California girls, they are unstoppable. Daisy Dukes bikinis on top. Something hot will melt your popsicle. Oh, I hate her. I hate her so much.
Adam just transported himself to like 6 months ago. Back when that song was popular.
I heard that song again on the radio.
On the radio
today. I just hate Katy Perry so much, which is not to say that I'm not willing to sleep with her.
Yeah, you are.
I just don't want her to talk or sing while I'm doing it.
You would work out to sing with her.
I'd work out to have sex with her.
Yeah. Can you close that door, by the way? You can reach it. Yeah. To make sure the dog doesn't come in, because that's important. Because he likes to make noise.
Nobody who's listening knows what you're talking about.
I just asked you to close the door. I'm pretty sure they're aware that I just asked you to close the door. But then now you're talking
about a dog that you've never introduced in the show.
I've talked about the dog before.
When have you talked about the dog?
Many a time.
Is that the thing you put your finger in their butt?
No. I'm going to move this because this is distracting you. All right.
They don't know what you were talking about right there either.
Whatever.
Why do you get to use it as an armrest? I don't get to.
It's out of frame.
You're a douche.
Why do you get to use that as an armrest?
Because it's an armrest.
Yeah, well, now this is an armrest. You're
Whatever.
Such a dick. Adam's been going through some shit recently. Mm-hmm. He's had to work the door at Sketchfest.
Yep, I've been working the door at Sketchfest. It is really hard.
Being nice to people is really not his strong suit.
That's true.
So it's a little trying. Would you agree?
Sometimes. Yeah. It's not that bad.
All right.
It's not really that bad. I don't know.
But last week we had Red on.
Yes.
Adam didn't listen to it.
Didn't bother.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of other people didn't, considering it's our most popular podcast episode ever.
Whatever. I was masturbating.
No, we got to get big push from Vsauce. Hey, hat. I just have stuff shoved in the sofa everywhere.
Yeah, I've noticed. You have a lot of stuff.
There's a hooker between the cushions we're sitting on.
And by hooker, he means a porno DVD.
Or a hooker.
It's a porno DVD.
Or a hooker.
Jeff, it's
okay.
Some of your sad.
Do you want to go over podcast topics?
Yeah.
Okay, so someone emailed us. I don't remember who it was. But it was, what do you think of Anne Hathaway as Catwoman?
Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. Anne Hathaway. What was she in? Is that the Princess Diaries chick?
Yes.
Is Catwoman?
Yes.
Meow. I don't know.
Julia Andrews is going to be Cat Grandwoman in that one as well.
Oh, God. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. When are they're making another Catwoman movie?
Yeah. Well, they're making I think it's a Batman movie that she'll be Catwoman in. She'll be Michelle Pfeiffer, basically. Which I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with Anne Hathaway. I've never liked any of her movies, but she wasn't the problem with them.
No, it was just shitty writing.
It's a shitty movie, and it's not my kind of movie.
She doesn't fit my vision of Catwoman, but who knows?
No, she's got big eyes.
Maybe she'll prove she's a good actress.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Catwoman, to me, I don't get that much from Catwoman. You know what I mean? Like, I don't find Catwoman to be one of the more appealing Batman villains, because it's just like the whole thing. It's like it's Ross and Rachel. Are they gonna bang? Aren't they gonna bang? Yeah. Is she good? Is she evil?
Well, it's also like, why is he with her?
Yeah, why?
She's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't like the relationship.
Yeah, and I have a hard time picturing Anne Hathaway, but I'm willing to give it a try.
I don't think she'll be the problem.
No, well,
but I don't predict anybody being like, Anne Hathaway made that movie.
See, I thought that Michelle movie would Pfeiffer be nothing was actually good.
Michelle Pfeiffer was surprisingly good
as Catwoman. And you wouldn't have guessed it.
I wouldn't have.
I'm willing to give this.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
Give it ye old college try.
Yeah.
Anything else on Catwoman?
Besides the fact that I just don't really like her?
Yeah.
No.
I got coffee brewing over here, so if
Coffee's
you're
cool.
watching this and you see me lean over to my side.
Did you get me some coffee?
No, do you want some? You didn't fucking say you wanted any.
What? Well, you said you were making coffee. You didn't even offer.
Me. This is how it works.
This is, and I'm the guest at Jeff's house, and this is how he treats his guests.
Yeah, with the guest who forgot to bring the microphone, so we're recording this a half hour.
Last week he let me watch him eat a bunch of goldfish. in front of me.
That wasn't last week.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Okay, there you go.
Let me watch him eat a bunch of goldfish. That was nice.
Yeah, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's those are the nice.
We have goldfish today. If you want me to do it again.
No, I want coffee.
I offered you goldfish.
You didn't offer me goldfish.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. There was like a little bit in there. And
Go get a cup, and I will rant about DC while you get a cup. Go get a mug.
Is the coffee done brewing?
Yes. Go do it. I'm gonna rant about DC.
All right, fine. You rant about DC. I'm out of here. I'm getting coffee.
He's getting coffee. Dual mic action. Okay, so DC Online. I was going to do a video about this. I might even make this video, but this game is pissing me off. Let me tell you the good first. Character creation is awesome. Character creation. I went and made an animal-looking dude. I made how would I call him? I made him a Doctor Strange-looking dude. I made a dude with mental powers. The other great thing about DC, I was talking about character creation. They have
you made a Doctor Strange looking guy?
Yeah, but he's got the same kind of powers.
You could pick anybody in anything, and you pick Doctor Strange.
I'll put up a picture, but it's not Doctor Strange.
All right.
It's the same kind of like dark outfit, and he doesn't have a cape.
Okay, well the cape without the cape helps.
Like my cat dude, I have a big tank looking cat dude.
How many characters did you make?
2.
Okay.
Because one, I wanted to try good and I wanted to try evil.
Okay.
So Doctor Strange guy is good and the cat dude is evil. But the way it works, I don't want to ruin the story for you, but at the end of the day, what happens is there's 3 mentors on each side. On the superhero side, there's Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman.
Okay.
I think it's Wonder Woman, but it's definitely Batman and Superman. On the good or the bad side, you have Joker, Luthor, and crap, I can't remember the third one.
Catwoman.
Catwoman's in the game, but she's not a mentor. But anyway, so Lex Luthor, I didn't pick because he's in the cinematics and stuff, and I figured he wasn't going away. I picked Joker, and I did the missions. Now, the problem with the game, I'm just gonna give you the pot. And you can pour it because it's going to be tough. So the problem with the game is it's really cool how the 3 dudes are integrated, but the missions are even more linear than the new World of Warcraft expansion. And there's only 30 levels. So like I hit level 14 in maybe 20 hours of gameplay, which isn't that much for an MMO.
No, that's not.
And like I kept wondering like what the hell am I paying? Why would I want to pay monthly for this?
For a level cap.
When I can hit level 30 in the first 30 days.
Yeah.
Which is the free, not the free trial, but I guess whatever. Free trial.
Free trial, whatever.
So I was basically treating it like a single player game. $60. And I'm done. Right?
Okay.
I consider myself happy that I paid $60 for a 40-hour game. That's good value in my book. But I didn't even get that much because I hit a bug that would not let me progress. There's a mission I completed and it will not let me complete it. Like it won't actually let me turn in the quest. PvP is broken.
Is PvP a new rapper?
Jesus, you're so retarded. You're so MMO retarded.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, player versus player.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Okay, so the actual PvP arenas are cool. You have capture points you got to capture and hold, and there's traps in them. And when you capture certain control points, you get the ability to activate the trap.
All right, that sounds good.
Which does lots of damage to the other dudes. But after a while, the traps the control points reset, so you got to recapture them. So it's people are constantly moving around. The problem is the way they did the queue and allocate players to the different arenas. They're not level specific. So I was level 6 in there with 2 level 30s and level 22. Guess who lost? Level 6. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how you can conceive of a PvP system and do that. I don't care how many people are playing. I would rather wait another 10 minutes to get in with a bunch of level.
But that's the
5 to 10s.
Since the level cap is 30 and you can get to level 30 in around 30 hours, they probably figure, well, everybody will just be level 30 in a month.
Yeah, which is just fucking flawed. I mean, it's flawed on so many levels.
Well, I haven't played it.
You haven't played it because you haven't bought it. What else did I have a problem with? The world is cool. I'll say that. I was playing mostly in Gotham, but Metropolis is kind of neat. As far as I know, there's only Gotham and Metropolis. I haven't explored any others. Oh, one thing I did like too was the dungeon. They don't call them dungeons. They're alerts, and it's like you go into an instance with three other people. It's 4 total. Mm-hmm. They're actually done well. If there's like no real penalty to dying. If you die, you just wait 10 seconds and then fly back to where you were and keep helping out the other dudes.
All right.
Only on the bosses doesn't matter when you die, but the bosses just light reset. You're spawned right nearby. You just go back and you try it again. It's not like WoW where there's this giant penalty for death. Itemization sucked. Their UI is fucking terrible. I think they designed the UI for the PS3 and didn't bother redesigning it for the PC. So everything's like ginormous. Like the text is huge.
Oh.
Chat is horrible. Like there's no like global chat or global in a town chat. Mm-hmm. So you can't just be like, hey, I'm having problems with this quest. Can someone help me? Your only way is to shout, which just is like a fixed radius around you. So all anyone ever does is like shout all the time, like, hey! And it's like a special color.
So it's like superheroes are just flying around screaming, I need help.
Pretty
Where
much.
do I find it? What a horrible town to live in.
And no one helps anybody. I had a problem finding a specific NPC. He was on my map, but I couldn't locate it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, hey, has anyone seen this NPC? Has anyone killed them? Or is this bugged? Nobody. Like, and in WoW, I would have at least gotten a couple snarky remarks from people, like, you fucking noob. But no one even bothered to spend the time to call me a noob.
So that's your problem, was that they didn't insult you enough.
They didn't even, like, no one replied.
Well,
15 minutes of me
maybe,
like, hey.
Maybe it's because you were dressed up like Doctor Strange.
I wasn't. I was the cat dude.
All right, so you were dressed up as the Black Cat,
No, he's called Feral Shot.
Another DC character who also, kind of sucks. He's just
I'll show you my character right now.
50s.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I do. I do want to see your gay character.
Okay. Well, we're
I bet he has a yellow bandana in his back pocket. That means he likes to be peed on.
That would be the Karate Kid.
Karate Kid like to be peed on?
Yes. Okay. So you keep the next topic we were going to talk about was surgeries we had because one of the guys is
somebody wanted to hear about surgeries.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell.
And what we do when we're like under the weather from surgery.
All right, well, I'll tell
I'm going to load up my character.
All right, load up your character. I'm going to tell a story about when I had surgery when I was like, I guess 13 years old. So it was surgery on my nose.
Yeah, okay.
It was I had tumors in my nose when I was a kid, and the first thing that happened was it's weird.
When he says tumors, he means penises.
Well, no, I had to shave my genitals.
For your nose.
I know. They were putting... You
just didn't get a doctor who was fucking with you?
That's what I thought at first, but apparently they were putting something in a big artery down there that they were going to feed up to the veins in my nose. It was weird. But the point is, I had to shave my genitals.
Sounds like a fucking lie.
No, it's true. I had to shave my genitals, and I'd just gotten pubes. Like, I was 13. The pubes were finally in there strong. You know what I mean? They weren't the wispies. And I've never shaved.
This really falls under the category of TMI.
I've never shaved before. Never. Not my face, nothing. And so
oh my God.
Trying to figure out how to shave.
You did it yourself?
Yeah. It was awful. It was awful. I did a horrible job. And the nurse comes in and here's the thing. Number one, hot nurse. Of course I was 13, so she didn't have to be that hot. But hot nurse, okay? Number two, had a Swedish accent. Okay?
Oh, God.
So let me see.
It's almost like a Naked Gun movie or
something.
Let
me see the job you've done. And I'm like, oh, God. And so I whip it out. She laughs at me, which is wonderful. The first time a woman sees your genitals, they laugh. And then she's like, wow, you did a really sloppy job. I'm going to have to do some more, And then she starts shaving it. And, of course, I get a boner. Like while she's shaving it, and then she laughs at that.
Probably makes it a little easier to shave, actually.
Well, probably. I've
never tried to shave them.
I've shaved since then. Now, just for fun.
When women ask you when you get a woman home, and you're like, hey, you want to make the sexy time?
That's actually how I say
it. And they see the shaved area. Do you then say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm having a nose tumor surgery tomorrow?
Well, anyway. I have the surgery.
You're not.
I'm not even gonna. That's ridiculous because I've got a huge gorilla salad down there now. But I have the surgery. That's what man bush is called, by the way.
And you like using that phrase.
Gorilla salad. It's the technical term. Point is, I have the surgery. After I wake up, after like 2 weeks in an induced coma. All right, I wake up. And the first thing they say to me is like, hey, Adam, how do you feel? And I'm throwing up. And they're like, okay, that's good. Look, we're going to take out the catheter. You need to pee in an hour. We're going to put it back in. And they take out the catheter.
Yeah.
All right?
Catheters are not fun.
A big tube in your wiener is what a catheter is.
And they don't numb you. I mean, they just pull that.
Nope. They just pull it right out. And pulling it out kind of hurt. All right? But it wasn't that bad. But I was panicking. And I couldn't pee. We tried everything to make me pee. I could not pee. The nurse comes back in. My dad runs away. Like, he just runs away. He's like, he goes outside to smoke a cigarette.
Someone cast fear on him.
Yeah. She grabs my junk, pulls out this tube, and just floomp. Just like, not even like, watch out now. Like, this might sting for a minute. Boom. Just rams it right home. I start screaming and swearing.
This was for insertion.
Yeah, this is her putting it in.
Putting it back in.
Yes. And I start screaming and swearing, and this is also the first time I've sworn at an adult woman. I called her a fucking whore, and I told her I'd rip her throat out.
At 13.
At 13. And I wasn't really aware of the things I was saying, but my dad, who was outside of the hospital, heard me and like came back in. Anyway, turns out she was using the children's catheter. And at 13, I actually
had the adult.
I needed the adult catheter.
So you needed a reinsertion.
So she pulled it right out, and then I peed all over the place. I'm just like, there you go, there's some pee. Like, I didn't even aim. But here's the thing they don't tell you about catheters. They should really tell people these things. Your penis farts after you have a catheter in there for too long.
Not forever.
Not forever.
Just like a week or something.
For like a week. And so, but here's the thing, 13 years old, again, all right? Yeah. I don't really know how my junk works. I get up. I'm finally able to get up to go to the bathroom. I walk to the bathroom. I'm holding myself up. I pee, and it's I called up all the nurses crying. I'm just like, there's something wrong. Something happened to my penis, and now it's farting. I don't know what's going to happen. Am I dying? And then they all came to the fucking room and laughed at me. Again, you know, now that I look back, most of the surgery was women
people laughing at you.
Looking at my genitals and laughing.
It's not really unlike today.
Holy shit. I just had an epiphany. I've just figured out a lot of my big... I don't...
Your problems with women?
Shit.
And hospitals?
I don't even know if I can keep talking. I need a minute.
This is why Adam did not visit me in the hospital.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So I'm going to tell my semi-catheter story. Everyone knows I had kidney stone at Comic-Con. If they've listened to the podcast before.
Yeah, or talked to you for longer than 2 minutes.
Well, when I went to the urologist a few times, he suggested one of two surgeries. One was he goes in there and pulls it out.
Just with his fingers?
No, with his penis.
That's hot.
His penis has got like a claw on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like
a cat's penis.
No, those plastic claw things.
Cats have a claw in there.
No.
Yes, they do.
No, I mean like the little.
Trust me,
thing.
get your cat out here.
I don't have a cat. I hate cats.
Let's go buy a cat.
So anyway, he gives me the option. He's like, I can go in there and pull it out. You'll have a catheter in there for a week. And I'm like, yeah, okay, is there another option? He goes, well, there's the one where I don't do any surgery on you, and I just, hit it with sonic waves, and it should break up and just come out, right? It may be a little painful coming out, but I'm thinking to myself, not any worse than a fucking catheter, right?
Yeah, for a week.
Yeah, so
a long time to have
I'd have to go about my business with a catheter in for a week. No, so I picked the right surgery.
I think,
and he's like, it's only like 60 to 70% effective, the sonic wave, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, we can do the other one if it doesn't work.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it all over again. You just keep sonic waving. I don't know. How would you go about your day with a catheter?
I wouldn't. I'd call in sick. Fuck that.
Well, yeah, I can understand. There's people in wheelchairs need catheters, right? And I get that. And there are some people who need catheters, but for a kidney stone thing, as a perfectly healthy male adult, walking around with the catheter, I think is going to end up being difficult. What happens when you get a boner? Can you get a boner with a catheter? I don't know.
Yeah, boner suppressant.
Did they give you boner suppressant?
Yeah, they just printed out a picture of Margaret Thatcher and gave it to me.
I'm already half chubbed. Just hearing your name.
Man.
I'm gotta be honest. I like women with power.
Speaking of Brits, do you like meat pie?
I love meat pies.
Okay. That was just lip service to somebody on YouTube.
Did somebody want us to talk about meat pies? Because I will talk about meat pies.
Someone posted about pies, and I'm like, what kind? Apple, walnut, or meat? And he's like, the fact that you even know about meat pies is awesome.
Meat pies are fucking delicious. It's the one thing that the United Kingdom did right. Like when I was there, because there, you can get meat pies in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Like, and just cheap. On the street, really cheap.
Yep.
And walk around and eat a meat pie. I pretty much ate meat pies the time I was there. I did have a shepherd's pie also, so that's a little different.
It's Irish.
It's Irish.
Origin or Scottish, one of the two.
Yeah, and there's no crust.
Yeah. Okay, so there's my character, now that we're done talking about surgery.
All right, now that we're done talking about surgery, we're back talking
DC
about
Universe.
DC Universe.
There's Feral Shot.
All right. What's up with Feral Shot?
I wanted the Black Arrow or something like that, but that name's taken.
Oh, you got to come up with a totally original name?
Yeah, like it can't be a name someone else is using.
Wow.
So like I tried Dark Shot, Black Shot, like
Hot Shot,
Feral Arrow, like
Rim
whatever.
Shot.
I did not try Rim Shot.
Try it right now. Let's do it.
Anyway, we'll post a picture on Wacky Gamer. This is the other character.
Well, that's not. He doesn't look like Dr. Strange.
How would you describe him to the audio listening audience?
Emo Batman. Emo Gothic Batman.
With a mohawk. With a red mohawk. And he's got like a metallic face. I don't think it'll let me zoom in on him. But
other than that, Batman.
Is he Batman?
If you put a mask on him, if you put Batman's mask on him, he's Batman.
But Batman has a bigger junk.
Why are you staring at his junk?
Oh, sorry. Okay.
What the hell is wrong with you?
All right.
What else did people want us to talk about?
I'm going to look at Facebook and see what people posted.
All right, while you do that, I'm going to talk to you about something. At my house, that was nice. At my house, get this. My PlayStation 3 breaks down. Just stops running.
Okay.
All right? Which happens. It's normal. It happens. It does. It does. But then a week later, the Xbox 360.
Wait, you got a 360?
My roommate has one, and he plugged it in the living room.
Okay.
That gives us the red ring of death. And get this. 2 days later, the other PlayStation 3 dies. What the fuck's happening?
Power supply, maybe?
Is it the power supply?
I don't know. Are they plugged into surge protectors? They plugged right in the wall.
I believe they're plugged into a surge protector.
That shouldn't be then.
Yeah. My roommate thinks it's the power supply too. I'm just baffled. I'm like, because I've never had a problem.
That's
like this.
If that kind of like multiple devices are dying thing, then I would guess it's a power supply issue. But
it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. So that's why you're not playing any games, huh?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
I was playing Fable 2
on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I'm just proud that you even started up an Xbox.
Xbox is nice.
Yeah, when are you going to get Reds? He said you just have to give it to him on the last you have to go retrieve it, and he'll give it to you.
Okay.
So go fucking retrieve it. Well, talk to Red. You fucking see him all the time.
I don't see him all the time. I see him 3 times a week. It's not all the time.
Ah, Jesus. See him more than you see me.
All right, well, we didn't bring it. It never comes up.
Well, Carrot Top Potato Body said you could just pick it up whenever you want.
I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, that was you, wasn't it?
Yes.
Someone asked the future of the YouTube channel. We're going to keep posting videos. That was Viral Rack who asked that.
Well, we're going to keep posting videos, but we're going to do series.
We're thinking about doing little mini series or mini seasons, I guess, where we'll do like 3 Animal Trash and then like 3 Nerd Wars. And then 3 of this new series that I'm debating starting and keep failing on.
What, the one where we play video games?
Well, there's the first 15 minutes, but that's going to be more irregular when we find really terrible games. If you have terrible game ideas, put them on Facebook or email us.
Yeah.
So far, we got one really good one.
What is that?
It was called Calling, but I haven't looked it up. But
That sounds awful.
It sounds bad already. Anything that ends in ing is probably bad. Can't think of good games that... The Reckoning? No, not so much. Okay.
I can't even think of a single game that ends in ing.
I just fucking came up with... Anyway.
One.
So, we're going to keep doing it. I'd like to keep doing Nerd Wars until we get the views up consistently above 10,000. Nerd Wars is going to be a little limited in scope, but we're still going to do it. We're going to record some today.
Yes.
Some Nerd Wars action.
So that's...
Anything else about the future?
Yeah,
You're going to keep doing puppet stuff? Are you going to do the Link one?
Yes, we're going to be doing a Zelda video.
Someone asked to do a Nintendo one, and ironically, we had already talked about it at one point.
We're going to do it. That'll be in
months.
Maybe, a month, 2 months.
It takes a while for him to make the puppet and to coordinate and then to edit. The reason we're staggering seasons, not that most of you really care, is that it does take a lot of time to edit.
I don't think any of them care.
Kind of easier to do it in batches. Like once you get in a roll, you kind of...
Yeah, once you get to the last one, you've figured out the formula for making all
the other ones. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. Adam, you're not a great guy, even though you think you are. That was on Facebook.
Somebody said that.
He says about how I'm a great guy. Nah.
When did I ever say I was a great guy?
No, this is the other Adam. The original Adam House. You can see this on the TV.
Well, but I'm not looking at the one you're looking at.
Favorite BioWare game? You don't have one?
I can't. What are some BioWare games?
Dragon Age. Mass Effect. Knights of the Old Republic.
I would say Dragon Age.
Jade Empire. The old D&D games they did. I'm going to go with Knights of the Old Republic. I've not liked a game that was kind of the pinnacle of BioWare for me, and I haven't it's been steadily declining since.
Well, you just don't like Dragon Age. I really love Dragon Age.
I'm not a huge Mass Effect fan either.
I haven't played Mass Effect yet. I was about to play it.
It would
and
be
then
right
I
up
got
your
Red
alley.
Ring of Death.
Redundant and boring. I mean, you'd love it.
That's what I like.
Yep.
That's what I like.
You can do needless tasks and get no reward for it.
It's like marriage.
Okay.
It makes me feel like I have
married.
Yeah, I know, but it makes me feel like
you're married, and that's why you don't feel like you need to get married.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet.
Okay, so Pavel Habrovek from Czech Republic.
Hey, Pavel.
He said, "What do you think about DLCs that are announced before the game even comes out? The DLCs are practically ripped out from the game and sold for more money, in my opinion. What do you think?" You're wrong. Okay, as someone who's worked on titles with DLC, multiples of them, I will tell you, no game developer, except for EA, has ever planned on ripping out a part of the game and shipping it as DLC. It doesn't happen. What a lot of people don't realize is games are actually done like 2, 3, even 4 months before they actually hit store shelves. Just to get a game on Xbox, it's at least a 30-day lead time from the day you call it done to the time you ship it. But when you're actually done making the game is usually a couple months prior, and you're just fixing bugs.
And I get that.
Making things better.
And I don't think it's them intentionally trying to rip you off by taking content out of the game.
Oh, I know it's not.
However,
go ahead.
I fucking hate that shit. I hate the fact that I have to pay for it because it's the only thing with it that they do that. It's not like you go to a movie and then after the movie they're like, "Hey, did you like the movie? Well, I got news for you. If you want to see the real ending, give me another $10."
I've never seen a game that's done that either.
Well, I'm not saying real ending, but if you want to see more of the movie,
They do that all the time. You want to go see it? Go online and watch these trailers that we did. And how are we paying for that? We're paying for it with ads. You're not paying.
There you go.
For
Let's put some advertising in games. And the downloadable
you don't
content.
Want advertising.
Make me shoot Pepsi cans at people.
People fucking hate ads in games. Having worked on a game with ads in it.
That's true. You know what I hate more? Spending money.
Well, that's just because you're cheap. But
I'm not cheap. I'm poor.
I will say a lot of the DLCs are planned prior to the game being shipped, but that's the scheduling thing. You either have to start working on the next game immediately when you're done the game that you finish, or allocate some resources for DLC and plan to start that game a little later. So,
yeah. And
I'm for DLC in the sense that it provides a reason for the user to stay with your game, and $10 for a DLC. I think some of the DLCs are ripping off, but like Oblivion-style DLCs where you get a whole new 10 hours of content for $10.
It's really
that's
not that
bad.
It's really not that bad.
The Ratchet and Clank, it wasn't a true DLC, but the
Well, it was a game in and all of itself.
Yeah, but it really was. They just took the engine and put some content on it. Like, a lot of companies would have sold that as DLC. You needed the original game to play. They just happened to sell it separately.
Yeah.
But that was cool because, again, it was like 12 hours of original content. That was fun.
That was a fun game. I don't have a problem with a lot of the DLC. It's just I just don't like paying for it.
I don't like, but you don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. And if you're thinking to yourself on a $60 game, like, man, I really need the DLC to feel like I got my money's worth, then it's perfectly legit to complain that the game was too short or that
That's true.
You didn't get enough out of the game or whatever.
That's true. I've never used the downloadable content for Dragon Age, but I've always enjoyed Dragon Age.
And you feel like you got your money's out of it.
More than my money's worth. I probably should get the downloadable content. And considering I've spent at least 180 hours.
Well, that's the thing. I've thrown money towards some DLCs just because I want to support the game.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I've played this enough that I feel like I should give them an extra $2 for this.
Especially since I bought it used.
I did buy the castle in Oblivion.
Yeah.
Or it was the tower. But it was a tower with portals to everywhere and extra storage. And the only reason I did it is, like, I love this game so much, I figured I'd throw...
Well, that sounds useful, too.
Oblivion. It is useful, but then they also got shit for the horse, where they sold an armored horse for, like, I don't remember, it was an outrageous amount of money at the time.
That's shitty.
And it was just an armored horse.
It's just an armored horse.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
So while they had one of the better DLCs with the island expansion, they also had one of the worst with that damn horse.
Yeah, I don't like stuff like that. You know, you get a special gun, just... pay $5.
Yeah.
No, I better get a real gun.
Like mail me a fucking gun.
Mail me a gun. Mail me a physical gun. Please don't mail me a gun. I've said
don't.
Don't
we
mail
can
me
get
any
them
weapons.
easy enough from Adam's weapon supplier.
That's true. He's a good guy. Terry. Break his heart if he found out I was getting free guns. What else we got? What else we got in the emails or whatever?
Did you see the NGP announcement?
NGP?
PSP2, basically.
Mm-hmm. No, what's NGP?
PSP2.
Okay, for what?
You know the PSP.
I know the PSP.
Am I speaking French?
Oh, PSP.
PSP2.
No, because
and I can say that because we don't have French listeners. And if you are a French listener, email us. Podcast at WackyGamer.com.
Yes, please do email us. No, I'm sorry. Well, when you say PSP, I hear PS3, and it's
PlayStation Portable.
I know.
Dos.
Okay, they're making a PlayStation Portable too,
but they're calling it NGP now. Why I don't know. Next gen platform, I guess. Who knows?
That abbreviation sounds good.
I don't care.
You know, I got the PSP. I got it too. Right when it came out.
Me too.
Because I was in Japan. I wanted to play games. I had to travel a lot.
I got it for Luminescu.
Really?
Lumines. Yeah.
Okay.
Lumines. Whatever.
But regardless, my problem with the PSP, I didn't like many of the games. A lot of the games kind of blew.
Didn't have a lot of good games ever. I mean, there are good games.
There are good games.
The God of War game was good.
But like, I think I got, what was it? A Call of Duty game?
Yeah.
I think it was Call of Duty. But it just didn't work properly. It worked, but the movement was awful.
But they did add,
you know what? The Grand Theft Auto was actually good for it.
They did add a second thumbstick.
Yeah.
So now there's two thumbsticks, but they're still not real thumbsticks. They look a little better than the fucking nubbin that they had on the first one, but I'm not.
You know, I would say the Grand Theft Auto games, I got a lot of use out of the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Other than that, okay, it's great you're coming out with the new system. How about making some games? Like, let's talk games, PlayStation.
Well, that's what they did.
You know?
So I know for, like, when PSP came out, a lot of the developers internally were told to make PSP games. But PSP shipped, like, a year before the PS3 was announced, or right around. Yeah. And, like, once all those people finished their PSP games, everyone was put on PS3 games.
Oh, yeah?
So, like, they had no internal development for PSP games.
That makes sense.
Well, it makes sense on one. They kind of left the PSP.
Well, no, I didn't say it's good.
Yeah.
It makes sense that that's how.
And I don't see how it's going to
made.
be any better because they're going to announce PS4 eventually, whether it be next year or the year after. And I know they're already working on hardware. They have to be at this point.
Oh, probably.
You would think.
I'd assume that they start working on PS4 as soon as
PS3 ships. Yeah,
ships and works.
But I assume they actually have like pretty firm hardware specs, and they're kind of like, this is what it's going to be. It's going to this much memory and use this kind of drive and blah 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 blah. We'll see. I would not buy one at launch. Let me put it that way.
I won't buy one at launch. No.
Maybe a year in, if it doesn't suck.
I will look at some of the games.
Yes.
If I can find 4 games that I'm willing to actually play, I might consider buying it.
After it's had a price cut.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little worried about the price because it looks like it's going to be astronomical.
Like how much?
I would guess the same cost as the original, which was what, $299 or something at launch, which I might as well buy a PS3. I hope it's like $149. If it's $149 or even $99, I'd be tempted. That's US dollars.
Yeah.
For
if it was $99, I'd buy it right away.
Yeah. Let's see.
But
okay, here's a good one. You ready? Wes wants to know what 2 superpowers in general what we have. Didn't we answer that at one point?
We talked about this
we'll
like
skip
the first. Well, now it was like a year or 2 ago. What 2 superpowers would we want?
I'm going to change them from what I said originally because I don't remember what I said originally.
I don't remember what you said originally either.
I'm going to change that to the ability to make the PSP2 not suck and world peace.
And world peace isn't a mutant power.
No, I want to be
douche.
the Captain Planet of PSPs.
Oh, gross.
Captain Planet, you're my hero.
All right, well, I'm gonna
down to
I'm
zero.
gonna answer Wes's question honestly. I would say I would want Wolverine's mutant healing factor.
Okay.
Right. Not because I want to fight or anything. It makes me live.
It would have prevented those tumor catheters.
Yep. Live for hundreds of years and don't get sick. Okay, that sounds fun. The only drawback is it's really hard to get drunk. So I'd want that. And then
is that really a drawback?
Kind of.
You don't really want to get drunk ever.
Yeah, I do.
All right, fine.
But the other one would be, I'm going to have to say teleportation.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That answers that question.
But I wouldn't want like Nightcrawler's teleportation. I'd want more like Blink's teleportation. Where
Blink's the time sweeper?
No, Blink is another
That
Marvel.
was a terrible Xbox game.
No, buddy. No. She's in the Exiles.
No, not ringing a bell.
She was introduced in Age of Apocalypse.
Nope, not ringing a bell.
Whatever. I would want those. So I don't have to worry about teleporting into walls as much.
Not ringing a bell.
Whatever.
Why not just omniscience?
I don't know. Why would I want to be everywhere?
No, all-knowing.
All-knowing? That's even worse. There's there's omnipresent.
Yeah, that would be being everywhere.
Being everywhere. There's omniferent.
Which is what? The ability to be always furry?
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent. All-powerful.
All-powerful.
What was omniferent? Is that what you said?
I just mispronounced it.
Omniferent. There's not even fucking F in omnipotent.
You know what?
Or an R,
This is the challenge to our
listeners.
listeners.
That's not even dyslexia.
Figure out omniferent.
Figure out what it is.
Figure out what it is.
And if it exists, I don't care. You need to come up with a good non-standard definition.
Oh, I don't want a real definition.
No,
I have Wikipedia. I could find it out.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag. I got
Urban
it.
Dictionary. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a dictionary. Oh, Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. It's online. I know you barely know how to use the internet, so you can look it up.
So, Evan wants to know what we were like in high school.
Oh, I was going to ignore that one, because that's a long topic, I figured.
Nah. This only took a second. I was cool. Believe it or not.
Wow.
I was cool. I was one of the cool kids in my school. I don't know why. I do know why. My best friend was actually really cool. And so I was around and I could make people laugh, so I was cool. I was in a bunch of bands. They took a lot of art classes. I made sculptures. I got to basically do anything I wanted in art.
Wait, so you were in bands and sculpting?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you were pretty gay in high school.
I was pretty gay because I was dating a senior when I was a freshman.
No, remember that story you told about
bang.
trying to bang Paul while your friend was watching?
No, this is, number one, that was college. And number two, I was banging a woman.
No, you said
and
Paul.
My friend Paul saw my ass.
You called the girl Paul.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Rewind.
rewind
Go watch.
to years.
You will see it.
Years ago.
It's not even years ago because we haven't even been doing this a year. Or
we've been doing this longer than a year.
No, we haven't.
I don't think
We're
have.
real close to a year right now.
I don't know. When was our first one?
I don't know, but the video channel started in June.
In June, we were doing the podcast before the video channel.
Yeah, and it was. I want to say it was February that we started the podcast, but I'd have to look.
I think you're an ass.
We can fucking look. You know, I'm gonna look right now.
Okay, let's not.
You answer this question.
Okay, what does that say?
Oh, I
what
was
do you
not
guys
cool.
think?
Hold on, I was in marching band. I was on the volleyball team. I was in the concert band. I did a lot of music stuff. Not uncool, but not cool. Invisible. That's what I was shooting for.
You were pretty much invisible?
Yeah. People remember me at the high school reunion because they remember not seeing me.
That's sad.
Okay.
I was fucking awesome.
What am I looking at, by the way? Oh, podcast.
All right, who wrote this? Somebody asked.
His name is What Goes, but
What Goes? Oh. So What Goes asks what we think about the Human Torch being killed off in the Fantastic Four. And I think he brings up the exact point that I'd bring up. Yeah, the Human Torch is one of the few things, one of the two things that makes the Fantastic Four even tolerable. You know, it's like killing off the Human Torch means that now the only reason that I would ever read the Fantastic Four is to read about the Thing. You know? I would have killed off one of the other characters. I'd kill off Susan or Reed Richards. Just because, really...
I would kill off Susan.
I'd probably kill off Susan. I mean, I know everybody's like, oh, she's crazy powerful, and people try and pull this shit out that, you know, she beat the Hulk, you know, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure, she's crazy powerful. And? Like, what is she adding, though? You know, because Superman's crazy powerful.
Sexual tension.
But there's a reason I don't read Superman comic books.
Yeah, because he's too powerful.
Well, he's too powerful, and he's a fucking Boy Scout, and I don't have time for somebody who's that perfect. Because if I wanted to read a story about somebody that perfect, I'd write fan fiction about myself. No, about myself.
I beat you to it.
I know you beat me to it.
Because your fucking punchline was too long. I'll show you how to write comedy, Mr. Comedy Teacher.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
You do not say that to me.
Why? Did someone do that to you or something?
No.
What?
It's just a bad thing to say to me.
Did it push a button?
A little bit.
Have you had that button pushed a lot?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has your boss ever told you need to learn how to write comedy?
No, but he called me a new comedian the other night.
Well, you are.
Yeah, just 6 years.
Yeah.
But the other people in the show, I was emceeing the show. There were people in the show who've been only doing it 5 years. He's like, he's new to the scene, unlike the other guys. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Was this the audition show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Anyway.
That hurt.
I'm sure it did.
I'm hurt. So
and
February
I'm sure if
was
anyone
the first
from
time we
that
did the show.
audition gets to be wherever, it was for a comedy festival, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure if they get in the comedy festival, their careers are just going to skyrocket and we'll never see them again.
It's the Johnny Carson Comedy Festival.
Yeah, and I've known a couple people that have gone and nothing's changed.
But
nothing changed.
I'm not complaining about the fact that they're going.
You're a new comedian, though.
I didn't like the new comedian term because then I had to win over the audience. Because if you say, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing it.
It doesn't matter how good you are. If you say that's new.
He's a new guy. He's trying some new stuff tonight. You might like him. Like, if you say those things, you have to convince the audience the whole first maybe 3 minutes.
Or they're waiting for you to fail.
Funny. Yeah.
They're just waiting.
They're waiting for it to get bad.
Yeah.
Whereas if you go up on stage, you're like, this guy's fucking hilarious. You're going to love him. He performs all over the place. That's why MCs say those things all the time. It's because it's convincing the audience that this person's actually worth listening to. That you should
listen.
Yeah.
And stop talking to your fisherman buddies. Yeah, I'm looking at you bastards from Wasala.
Whoa.
Looking at you.
A little close to home or something?
Okay, February 26th was the first podcast.
All right.
The first time
we talked about black superheroes and Dragon Age.
Yeah, that was the infamous Dragon Age Hatred podcast.
The first podcast was the first one we learned how much Jeff hated Dragon Age.
And what was episode 3? I bought Dragon Age, actually. And
and complains about Dragon Age.
Oh, let's scroll up and see when the next Dragon Age hatred was. It was a little ways off.
Well,
okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. So, this email, let's see. Okay, I'm going to read this one. Adafum, I don't know what, I hope that was spelling error. My zombie plan is awesome, and you can tell I've thought of it a lot. Loot the gas station and Big Five. You know Big Five? Sporting goods store,
okay.
if I'm remembering correctly. So I have guns, gas, and some food. Then lock myself and family inside Costco or Sam's Club and go zombie hunting on the roof. That sounds similar to my plan.
Sounds pretty
Except
fun.
I wasn't going to shoot zombies. I was just going to keep looting.
No, you see, that's so you're going to die.
Because I'm straight up hip hop.
See, you're going to die with all the looting. But I got to tell you have to factor in the other survivors because they all want to get into that Costco too.
And they'll shoot your ass to get some food.
How are you going to keep them out, buddy?
I know how.
With guns?
Anal sex.
That would just entice them.
Well, I don't know what kind of gay zombie universe you're living in.
It's the post-apocalyptic future. Our paradigm
we need to
sexuality
make the
norms
species survive, not fuck butts.
Yeah, but you know, as soon as laws and order go out the window, guys be trying to get you in the butt.
Wow.
That's how it works. That's why I don't go to Rwanda.
Make sure you're not anywhere near Adam when the zombie apocalypse comes.
I won't be responsible. There's no more laws. All right, let's do one more.
Okay, this is another zombie one.
All right.
He thought of this during the zombie. This is from Edwin. What do you think about the Marvel Zombies comics?
Awesome.
I have yet to read them because Adam won't loan them to me.
Oh, well, I don't have them myself. I borrowed them from somebody else.
Who'd you, Vinny?
Was it Vinny? I don't know who I borrowed them from. It might be Sean, who lives in Texas now. Point is, they are awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome. They're so good that even when I'm reading The Exiles, which is, let's admit, not the best comic book.
What are you talking about, Willis?
Whenever they bring in Wolverine, there's one issue where they bring in Wolverine from the zombie planet. Love it. Like I watch that, I just laugh.
See, I want to read them.
I
just right now I'm having a fundage problem, so I'm not buying comic books.
That's probably smart.
So I'll let you read Rasik's. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Guys, we absolutely love Animal Trash, and you guys deserve. Is that a million? A million times more recognition for this comic genius, Ken. I want a Ken puppet now, LOL. Question. Which superhero would you completely hate to be and why? Well,
now,
that's a really good question.
Before we get the question answered, I want to point out that he wants more of this new comedic genius. He put the word new from this new comedian, Adam McLaughlin.
That's the only reason you brought that up.
Which superhero would you hate to be and why?
Ooh. I gotta think.
Do we want to extend this to supervillains? Or is this, a
super
person, superhero?
I think superhero. It has to be a superhero.
Or we can do both.
We can do both, but I mean, supervillains, it's easier to find one that you hate, but I think you gotta pick a superhero.
No, see, there's a lot of supervillains I'd love to be.
Yeah, but there's a lot that you'd also hate to be.
That's true. Like, I wouldn't want to be Scarecrow.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or Clayface.
Yeah.
You know? Or the Joker.
I'd actually love to be the Joker.
You'd be insane and
he doesn't think
horribly
he's insane.
Disfigured.
He's having a good time.
You'd spend like 90% of your time in an insane asylum. What's the plus
when
side?
you have that many voices in your head, you're never alone.
Whatever.
Okay. So, superheroes we'd hate to be. And I'm going to discount the League of Substitute Heroes.
All right.
Just because it's too easy.
That makes sense.
I'm going to have to say either one of the Wonder Twins.
Oh, yeah. The Wonder Twins suck. That's a good one. I got a couple answers.
I'm also getting rid of, going to rule out Super Pets.
Well, yeah, the Super Pets don't count.
Yeah.
Super Pets. And Aquaman, too easy. Of course you wouldn't want to be Aquaman. We get it. Namor, okay, I'd be Namor. Aquaman, there's no point. But I would say, if I had to pick one that you might think that you'd want to be, but it turns out you don't. Ninja Turtles. Any one of the Ninja Turtles.
Any one of them?
Because I don't think that they're represented well, because it's like, okay, they're a bunch of 15-year-olds. Do these guys realize they're never getting laid?
Yeah, but
they're never, ever, ever getting laid. And not only that, the only people that are even in your species
if they went to
are your brothers.
A fucking furry convention?
I don't know.
Yeah, they'd get it on.
Have you seen a turtle's penis?
Yes.
I don't think they get it. Wait, when did you see a turtle's penis?
On Vanilla Ice was sucking it off in the second Turtles movie.
That's not true.
It was in the cut footage on the DVD extras.
That was a frozen banana.
Okay, so which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle would you like to be the best, and which one would you hate to be? See, I would want to be Michelangelo.
Yeah,
because he seems to always have a good time. No, he's just
you would want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. Which one was the blue one?
Leonardo,
because he's always fucking stressed about everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like how I am in real life. So I don't want that.
I'd be Raphael.
Raphael's cool.
He's
kind of a badass.
And his opinions more match mine. Like, he's angry about stuff. Yeah. I like that. But yeah, the one I'd like to be least, Leonardo. The fucking jerk.
Jerk off.
I don't like Leonardo. I never did.
I'm going to have to also say I wouldn't want to be Vanilla Ice.
Oh, yeah.
Who has a home improvement show now.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen it? I saw
I saw a little bit of it.
I saw like half of one episode, and then I saw the promo, and he's like, I've been doing home improvement now for 15 years.
Like, wow. It's sad, Vanilla.
Karma.
Wait, but what do you mean karma?
You made us listen to all that music, and then now he's getting his penance, I would say.
I don't know.
Oh. They should get penance, too. New Kids on the Block?
I guess so. At Sketchfest, I've met a lot of, successful comics.
Yeah.
Like bigger names. I'm not going to say any names. I don't want to say any names.
No, but there's a lot in town, like Robin Williams level, and then the next level down, like Greg Proops, and
yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Here's the thing. I was watching one of them do a storytelling show, and he was like, after my show got canceled, all right,
his TV show.
Yes.
Okay.
And it wasn't just his TV show. He was on it.
It was a show he was on.
Yeah, he was on it. After I got off the show.
That's narrowing down the list.
Whatever. I had this job interview for working at a kid's home. And I'm like, huh? And then he's like, and luckily, I had a friend who I was a caterer with before that. And I'm like, what the fuck's why? I was baffled, because it's like, that's my dream. That's my dream, to one day be successful enough to become a caterer after my comedy career.
2-year comedy career.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people hit it, and then they're gone.
That's true.
But you want to kind of be a writer.
Yeah.
Writers tend to live on longer and actually have a steady day job.
That's
where
true.
They're getting,
that's true.
It's the stage performing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just wonder why I didn't get into writing.
Wonder why he didn't?
Yeah.
Because some of the people aren't. Like, if you listen to Maron's podcast and even Chris Hardwick's Nerdist podcast, the comics, they're either writers and they want to write and they do the stage because it's an outlet, or they're stand-up comedians who like to go on stage and they don't like to write.
I don't know why you can't have both.
There are very few people who do both.
Well, I guess that's true.
Extremely
Just
well.
me.
And there's another thing for writing for someone else as opposed to writing for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
we just depressed everybody.
I don't think anybody's
follow
depressed.
your dreams, and you can end up a caterer.
Free food.
That was pretty depressing.
Free food,
or trying to get a job at a children's home.
Free food.
Now, when he said children's home, is this just a house full of kids, like Michael Jackson's house?
I think it was like a Big Brothers Club kind of thing,
or like a children's like convalescence home or something.
No, I think they were all okay. I think it was like mentoring more than anything else. Anyway, who gives a shit? Point is
weird.
Point is, we've been talking for like an hour, so we should probably wrap this up. Does anybody want to listen to us for like 4 hours? What's going on?
Yeah, people keep complaining it's too short.
Nobody complains that.
Oh, go look at YouTube, dude.
No.
People are like, only 52 minutes. And I'm like, yeah. Red isn't very interesting. I'm sorry.
Only 52 minutes. This sucks. If anybody who thinks it's too short, just watch them all back to back.
Email badgeradamclaughlin@yahoo.com.
Yeah, go ahead. Send me an email.
Send you and like, because seriously, if you really think it's short, because it's hard to read sarcasm on posts.
You can't read sarcasm.
But there's clearly people that say fuck this 42 minutes, right? That isn't sarcasm. But that is really like fuck. I'm not watching a 42-minute video. And there's other people. But it
could be one way or the other. Fuck this 42 minutes or fuck this 42 minutes.
That's both negative.
Well, yeah, they're both negative, but one of them wanted it longer. The other one wanted it shorter.
Not the way you said it.
No, it really doesn't matter. Fuck this 42 minutes. Fuck this 42 minutes. There you go.
That was exactly the same.
Exactly, because it could mean one thing or the other.
You're not helping any argument right now.
I'm helping my argument that says don't just read it as a negative. He could have been...
Okay, so let me finish what I was saying. There's the fuck this 42 minutes, right, which when it's all caps, I feel is negative. And then there's the people that are like, only 52 minutes, ... Now, I don't know if the ... is some kind of internet...
Sarcasm
emoticon? Indicator, yeah.
I think it might have been.
Or email Adam.
Email me if you don't like it.
Or podcast@wackygamer.com.
Check us out at podcast@wackygamer.
And join us on facebook.wackygamer.com for Facebook.
Mm-hmm. And keep looking at our YouTube channel. We're going to keep putting up new videos.
Alleged new videos.
I'm pretty sure they're new.
I don't know. Pretty maybe new. I'll whip out an old one.
Don't whip. All right, let's just end the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
Vitamin water.
Oh, vitamin. Shit, $200.